because you have to put lead tape to compensate for the weight disparity. I guess that's the word, I don't know. But anyway, had to put some lead tape on the bottom, so we're going to see if I can hit this darn thing. Anyway. Alrighty, what's going on, good people? Been a long day. Hope your day was well. Looking forward to this afternoon session. Got some Glenmorangie 12. I haven't seen this stuff since they came out with the 12. Definitely haven't tasted it. Had a good buddy who passed, more than a good buddy, a 30-year friend, R.I.P. D. Beatty. He used to drink the 10. He kept it in stock, and I really enjoyed the flavor. So when I saw that in the liquor store, I said, you know what? Let me try that 12. So we're going to taste that today. Haven't decided what stick we're going to smoke, but let's check it out. Still thinking about the Candelas. Let's see. That sucker's tight. We got the Cuba Candela. And we have the LFD. Let's go LFD today. All right. Regarding golf, we're going to play a couple of holes, at least 3 holes. But what I want to do is, as you all are aware, I broke the driver on the last video, which was the first video. Broke that. So what I did was I had this old burner driver, and what I did is I just cut the shaft to the size of my Titleist 2 driving iron. So we're going to experiment to see how I can hit this thing and maybe even compare the distance I'm getting out of this 2 iron to this new shorter mini driver. Had to do a lot of research on it, so definitely I cut the original shaft. Went to the Crack House, which is PGA Superstore, bought a new grip, and I ordered some lead tape off of Amazon because you have to put lead tape to compensate for the weight disparity. I guess that's the word, I don't know. But anyway, had to put some lead tape on the bottom, so we're going to see if I can hit this darn thing. Anyway, let's get this puppy fired up. All right, been looking forward to this all day. Had a quite long day at work, a lot going on. Let me take a dry swig, see if I can get some notes off of this thing. A lot of times Candelas are said to be very earthy. I had one Candela in my life, and it was supposed to be from somewhere from Cuba, but it's probably from the Dominican Republic, and it did not have a wrapper on it, but it was delicious. So I've been kind of searching for that for a while. So let's toast this thing up. See what we got going on. Leave a comment. Let me know how your golf game has been going. I've been trying to practice as much as possible. Definitely trying to get that handicap down, but more than anything, just out there having fun. One thing I try to remind all of my playing partners about is that, you know, if we par a hole, you know, we're complaining that we didn't get a birdie, but the pros don't par every one of the hole they play. Obviously, they're playing from longer distances and, you know, more difficult hole, faster greens, but especially on the putting green, I mean, they miss a large percentage of 8-foot putts, and we're, you know, mad because we're not dropping every 8-foot putt. I don't think that's realistic. So let's get our mindset a little different when we're out there and just have fun. Obviously, do our best. Let's see what we got with this Candela. Very light. Actually, surprisingly creamy, not as earthy as some of the reviews said it would be. Pretty interesting. And this is the double Claro. So we'll see how that progresses. Let's get going on this Glenmorangie 12. Could you imagine being locked up in a bottle for 12 years? I couldn't. One thing I like to do when I'm sipping on single malts is really respect the aging process. Now this thing is from the Highlands region. I love everything coming out of the Highland region because it has a bit of a more sweeter taste, and that just soothes my palate. Now this thing is a great decision. So yeah, so as you get into scotches, and I'm not an expert by any means, but start to experience the difference in taste of a 10-year age versus a 12-year age versus a 15-year age, 18, 21. The aging process in the barrels really does affect the taste. So I've just learned to enjoy that. But yeah, so 12 years in the bottle. I just kind of like to honor that fact. And a lot of citrus orange notes, caramel. And that's another thing. I'm not on this channel to try to use all the proper terms. I may say the thing smells like a tomato. It may smell like a tomato to me. I'm going to say it. So I'm not pretentious about anything, just out here trying to enjoy life, you know? Yeah, that's delicious. It's great. I think we got ourselves a great pairing. So anyway, let's talk about golf a little bit. I asked this question of some playing partners the other day. I said, how often do you guys practice per week? The responses I got was, I played 2-3 times a week, and I practice on the course. Personally, I don't think that's the time to practice. When you're on the course, you want to play, you want to score, you want to lure those scores. That's the whole goal. But to each his own. But I try to practice as much as possible. I'm going to have a series on this channel, and the first series is going to be Breaking 100. Because not many people in life achieve that goal. And to me, it's very simple. It's more about keeping the ball in the fairway and eliminating 3 putts. This is really good. The best way I've found to do that is to not take the driver off the tee. If you have a club that you can hit 150 yards and it's a par 4 course, par 4 hole, it's probably going to be 300 some odd yards. If you can hit that 150 straight, give yourself 3 chances to get the ball on the green, and then 2 putt, and you get out of there with a 5. The whole thing is about eliminating those triple bogeys. Think about it. Average par on the course is 72, right? If you bogey every hole, 18 holes, you're shooting a 90 all day. So just play bogey golf and try to eliminate the blow-ups. You eliminate the blow-ups by honestly not trying to hit hero shots, and you start off by not hitting your driver. So if you're shooting over 100, leave your driver at home. I would even leave your 3-wood at home, right? Try to play as many mid-irons as possible, and I think you'd be surprised how low your score will go, how many strokes will be taken off your score. I did not light this very well, did a horrible job of lighting. I'm going to try not to put more fire on it and just see if it catches up. Again, just like the spirits, kind of let it air out and relax a little bit. I kind of rushed when I lit this. You know, someone took the time to culture a seed, grow the leaf, age the leaf. So you really want to just sit and enjoy. Their craftsmanship. But I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't know if this thing was gonna taste like dirt or earth, but it's nice, light, and creamy. That's what my palate is right now. Believe it or not, when I started smoking cigars, I started off with Maduros. Buddy put me on that CAO MX2, which was a very strong cigar. Surprisingly, after that, I went to the Gurkha Ghost, which puts out a ton of smoke. But now, I'm, mild cigars seems to be where my palate is currently. I'm sure it'll change in a couple of years or so, but right now I'm really just enjoying. Light smokes. Comment, let me know what you're smoking. All right, back to the golf game. We talked about your tee shots. We talked about being in the fairway. Yeah, I failed on this light. Now let's talk about around the green. If you have a 60-degree wedge and you're struggling to hit it, if you have a 58-degree wedge, struggling to hit it, leave it at home. Take a 9-iron and take a putting stroke anytime you're around the green. Take a 7-iron and a slight putting stroke anywhere around the green. The goal is to get the ball on the green, get the ball rolling so you get that putter in your hand as soon as possible. So many shots are lost around the green. Another thing, back to your approach shot. Don't shoot for the flag, shoot for the middle of the green. Anywhere on the green, preferably the middle, is fine. And then you should be able to two-putt, get good at lagging the ball very close to the hole and leave yourself a tap in. You're two-putting. Oftentimes when you're shooting for the flag, if the flag's in front, you're going to be short. When there's 10 yards of green behind that front flag, just land it past the flag and depending on the lie, if it's a downhill lie, I can understand if you want to be short to kind of chip up. But assess what's going on with the green. Especially as you're driving up to your ball. If you're in a cart and you're driving up to the ball, immediately look at the green. Even if you're off the green or 10 yards short of the green, look at the green. See how it's flowing. See how the balls are rolling. All of those little things, those little routines will help your game dramatically. I think we got it going now. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Really nice. Another thing I want to do on this channel is, since we have the analytics with the Garmin R10, I want to have test different golf balls. A lot of times when you're a high handicapper, you lose a lot of balls because you're not in the fairway. You may lose a lot of balls in the water, but most often it's trees or weeds or something like that. And you may have a playing partner that's playing a premium ball like a Pro V1 or TP5. Those balls are very, very expensive. And so I don't know how many balls you lose in the average round, but I was to a point where I would lose, I would lose probably about 6 balls every round, just not thinking, right? And so I wasted a lot of money. So I want to do a comparison of, let's just say a Kirkland ball that you get at Costco and a Pro V1 and see how those numbers compare on the Garmin R10. So we'll do an episode on that. And that's another thing. Let me know, kind of let me know what you want to see on this channel. Let me know what's important to you in terms of golf, cigars as well as whiskey. This is nice. I'm surprised at the amount of smoke it's putting out, but it's a very light and creamy smoke. So really, really enjoying this. Yeah. Let's see, saving strokes. Mostly it's ego, not thinking. Um, Golf is a game where oftentimes, we're competitive, so we want to play against our friends. But really, if you just stay within your game, the numbers will prove that you'll get better and eventually kind of beat your playing partners. But oftentimes it's about ego. So even myself, sometimes before a round, the night before I'm up, plotting out my strategy for the course. And again, I don't even need to take a driver on this thing. I can take 2 7-irons, hit the green, 2-putt, I'm out of there. And let's just say it's 4 of us in the group, and I'm we're on the first tee, and I'm teeing off last, right? And they're bombing their drivers all the way down the middle of the fairway. Oftentimes my ego will not allow me to stay with my strategy and pull out that 7-iron. Guess what? I may be pulling out a driver, and who knows where the ball goes, right? So it really takes discipline. What I found is building confidence by going out and playing by yourself and even walking the courses really helps give you the confidence, because you'll say, well, last time I was on this hole, I took 2 7-irons and I hit the green, so I can do it again. So I don't even need to pull out the driver. So playing within yourself is very important. And I found out, the same thing in life. You're unique. God created you to be whoever you are, and your job is to fulfill that purpose and not worry about the other person, trying to keep up with them. So it's the same exact thing in golf. People run out and try to buy the most expensive golf balls or most expensive equipment when they really should be investing that money, if you have it, invest it in a good, PGA coach, trainer to teach you how to play the game. Yes, speaking of drivers, being in the PGA Superstore yesterday. By the way, I'm a lefty, and shout out PGA Superstore, because they have a fantastic selection of left-hand equipment. Can't say that about all stores, but we're spoiled here in Houston. In my area, there's 2 in fairly close proximity, and I can always find out what I need. The staff is always friendly, so I really appreciate their service. So yeah, I'm in there yesterday hitting all the latest and greatest equipment, different shafts, and I'm all over the place. I wouldn't say I'm a very long hitter. A great drive for me is about 150, and that's total yards. So the carry is obviously shorter than that, and that's another thing when you're talking about distances and how far you hit the ball. Most people are going to give you their total yards, and they don't even know their carry. It's very important to know your distances, know your carry distance. The important part of knowing your carry distances is that there's different terrains. You're going to be playing on different courses. The courses are going to roll out differently. So you're going to want to know how to avoid hazards, right? So, for example, if I'm in the fairway and I'm 150 yards out, and I know I carry my, 7-iron 150 yards. Well, if I carry it 150 yards, more than likely I'm going to clear that sand trap, or maybe want to take a 6 and just to ensure that I clear the sand trap to end up on it. But if I shoot the flag at 150 and it's, 10 yards off of the green, and right off the green there's a sand trap, so I have to clear 140. So I need to know my carry distance so I can know I can clear that obstacle. That's the main reason of knowing your numbers. It's not, oh, because I can hit the ball far. It's really about being strategic out on the course and avoiding hazards. So that's very, very important. Man, look at that ring on this little sucker. And that's after the second light. I don't know. What do you guys think? Think it's time to get this thing a whack? I think so. I'll be right back. Let's do that. All right, good people, we are back. About a 5-minute delay with getting everything moved around. Now I'm on the second third of this stick, and man, still burning. So let's check out what we got. So first swing of what I'm calling the mini driver here. Let's see how we want to set that up. I think that's good. Let me put it on a different setting so we can see the overview setting. There we go. All right, first shot. Let's see what we got. Man, this feels like a little 7-iron. I wonder if I still should put it in the front of my stance or in the middle of the stance or what. Let's see. See if we can get one right down the middle. Easy swing. 1, 2, 3, go. Huh. Didn't register it. Let's try another. Felt good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, go. Man, right down the middle. Well, no, a little hook. That's a 192 carry and 212 total. Huh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. First swing, we may have something, folks. We may have something. We may be on to something. Let's check it out. See if we can straighten it out. Man, that felt good. Let's see. Pipe one down the middle. 1, 2, 3, go. That was a low burner. Pull slice. 152 carry, 107 on the total. Let's do one more. I know what you're saying. That ball's going to pop me in the eye coming back one time, but I'm not claiming that, so that's not going to happen. Let's see. This is interesting. All right, let's see. One more here. Let's get a good one right down the middle. 1, 2, 3, go. Ooh, that felt good. I didn't even register it. All right. Man, that felt good. That was the best one. Let's go one more just like that. Dang, feels good. There we go. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, go. That was good. Oh, I'm off balance though, but look. Pull fade. Let's see. Wow. Okay. 204, 223 total. Hey, look, I can live with that all day with this little sucker. Wow. Huh. Man, I am excited about that. All right, let's look at the stats on that last one. So I'm going to detail. All right. That last one again carried 204.4 yards. Total yards 223.1. Club head speed 83. Smash factor 152. Spin rate was 3,528. We'd like to get that spin down about 1,000. Let's see. Attack angle, negative 2.1, which is good. And smash of 152. Not bad at all. Hey, conclusion, I don't need a driver. I'm going to take this sucker out in the course. Hey, thanks for joining me today on Parma Palms. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll let you know how this sucker ended up. And hit that like button, subscribe. Really enjoyed my time with you today. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Cheers.